Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about one of the most important bowing exercises that my teacher, Paul Rowland, taught me, and that is how to have flexible fingers at the frog. There was a very famous teacher who one day was studying with Paul Rowland. His name is Dr. Gerald Fischbach, and he said, maybe we could call that flexible fingers at the frog just a simple abbreviation, Fle-Fi-Fro. So ever since I've heard that, I've used that term, Fle-Fi-Fro, for these exercises. When you play at the frog, you play with flexible fingers, something like this. If you want to have a very smooth tone. Or, if we go a little faster, so you see how much movement my fingers are doing when I'm playing at the frog. So in order to be able to do this, there are a few exercises that you can try. And the first one is to just hold your bow in front of you, have your arm coming out, straight out from the side of your body, and drop your wrist down. Try to keep your tip so that it's pointing straight up to the ceiling, and then go up and down with your fingers doing all of the movement together with your hand. Now make sure you're not moving your arm up and down, because you see my fingers aren't even moving. So if you're looking up at the tip, also look down at your hand. You could put your left finger here on your wrist, because that's where the movement is initiated, starting at your wrist, and make sure all of these joints are moving all the way out to the ends of your fingers. Now, if you're having a little difficulty with this action, here's another way you can do it that makes it a little easier. Sit down in a chair, raise your arm up as high as you can go, and then drop your wrist down so that your hand is kind of open. And now when you go up, your arm can't do the work, your fingers have to, because your arm is already as high as it can go. So going up and down this way makes it a little easier to make sure your fingers are doing the job. Here's another one that also makes sure the fingers are doing the job. You could stand up, put your foot up on a chair, and rest your elbow on your knee. Now drop your hand down. Hand is open here, and then make sure the tip is pointing up, and lift up with your fingers this way. And you can even draw your name. I heard this from Dr. Kirk Moss, who said go in letters. You could do the alphabet. I'm going to spell my name, J-O-A. Try to make sure the tip of the bow stays up there and doesn't wobble around too much. N-N-E. So I hope these exercises are helpful to you to have flexible fingers at the frog.